Well, adults over the age of 80 in York Region are rolling up their sleeves this week to get their first jab of the COVID-19 vaccine. But before you roll up your sleeve, you've got to sign up. It hasn't been easy for some people trying to navigate the online booking system. Appointments are being fully booked within hours of their release. Now, that's why my next guest is taking matters into his own hands, spending any spare moment he has signing seniors up for their vaccine appointments. Ray Lai is an organizer with an initiative called Markham Vaccinates. Good morning, Ray.
Good morning, Ismaila. Happy Friday to you.
And happy Friday to you. and it may be a busy Friday for you as well. This is a pretty big task you've taken on here. What compelled you to help seniors in your community secure their vaccine appointment? Was there a particular moment or conversation?
Well, there actually was a couple Sundays ago. The church that I attend, the Anglican Church here in Markham, the minister and I spoke for a couple minutes after the services, and she had mentioned that she wanted to sign up her seniors for the shot, and the first thing to do is to get them on the list. My thought was, well, why don't we help out all the seniors in the community and kind of roll out the same process for them? Originally, it was supposed to be a 3-week roll-up process, first to church, and then to more community organizations, and then to Markham in general. But with the announcements from the governments, various governments, and public health units, kind of changing every day, every 24 hours, you get a completely new messaging. We realize if we can't make sense of it, who can? And it is going to. We predicted that there was going to be a lot of chaos, both of the online registration and the phone numbers that was going to was advertised for signups. So we hatched a plan to help inventory, for lack of a better term, inventory all the seniors who needed extra help booking an appointment or needing a ride to the vaccination clinic.
Now, your plan changed. Your plan
Sorry,
changed over time as well, right? Like at first, you were just going to create a Google spreadsheet, and then you realized that this was a bigger undertaking than you had initially thought, right?
Yeah, so we needed to get the word out to the general public that we are here to help. We're here to help secure appointments for seniors who are uncomfortable using the internet or using a web form. We didn't even know what it looked like, so we made assumptions that it is going to be difficult. We know we needed to reach out to the community to let them know that we are willing to drive our seniors to the clinic. So what started as a Google web form became a Google web form with a Squarespace front end. And we built a website over a span of 36 hours, refined the messaging, had it launched, and within 24 hours, we had about 50 signups. And by Sunday evening, the night before the registration opened, we had 86 seniors who put up their hand, needing a little bit of extra help with the signups.
Wow. So you and of those 86 that have put up their hand for you, how many have you been able to secure signups for so far?
Well, on the first day, we were able to secure 56 appointments out of the 86
Oh, wow.
for those 86 seniors. It was a very arduous and painstaking process. You might have heard, many might have heard that the system crashed pretty much on the first minute of the first day. That is true. System opened up at 8, and everything promptly just crashed. And we had at one point I had 2 computers, 3 browsers, and a phone line open. And we tried to refresh as many times as possible. Kind of felt like we were booking rec programs for our children back in the day.
Oh yeah, I've been in that position before. That's tough.
Yeah, and we just kept plugging through until we got through. And the first appointment was 20 minutes in length to actually go through from start to finish. 4 pages, like the 4-page process took 20 minutes, which shouldn't take that long, to be quite honest with you. But as the system stabilized, the appointments took basically about a minute or 2 to complete for each senior.
I would imagine that through the
started,
time you streamlined the way that you're going about it as well, and as you become more used to getting people signed up, it gets a little bit faster over time as well. How have these people been reacting when you let them know about their appointment?
Well, when we reached out to the seniors before the vaccinations, just to confirm that we are going to book an appointment for them, there was a lot of relief, but at the same time, very very much anxiety. Once the registration started and people realized it was not easy to book an appointment, there was a lot of frustration, to be quite honest with you, and it was completely understandable. If I had so much trouble as a fully functional person in my 30s, signing up for an appointment. How can we expect our seniors in their 80s to do exactly the same?
Hmm.
When they found out that appointments were booked for them, there was a sense of relief, sense of thankfulness, and confusion as to why the vaccination for a lot of these seniors went so smoothly. And but the sign up process itself was
Mhm.
so difficult.
Wow. How do you fit this into your day?
I have a time machine. No, I the process and the entire Markham Vaccinates team is not just me.
Okay.
We have people who have put up their hand, individuals who have reached out through Facebook, through Reddit, through the various churches and community organizations that have put up their hand either to help us with booking, with the driving. We have over 400 seniors signed up as of this morning, more than 400. We have booked over 180 appointments over the last 4 days.
Hmm.
There's no way I can do this myself. As much as I'd like to build a time machine, I'm missing a flux capacitor or two.
Okay. We'll have to work on that. And the DeLorean, of course, as well. But in all
Absolutely.
seriousness, how long do you think you'll be able to keep this effort going?
We are going to keep this going as long as it is required. There are, as I mentioned, we're over 400 seniors. When I went to bed last night, we were at just over 400. Now we're up to about 430. That means that there are seniors out there who are feeling anxiety, who are feeling frustration and anger that they cannot sign up for an appointment. And we cannot just leave them on the wayside just because there is a form out there and we tell them to sign up. It's just not enough. It's not good enough. So we're going to keep this up as long as we possibly can, and with the number of volunteers and people putting up their hands to help, it seems more and more likely that we can keep this up.
You think that as you continue with your success with this system, that more and more are going to sign up? This is going to keep expanding, it seems like.
Yeah, there has been a lot of people who've been kind of approaching us, community organizations, churches, elected officials, wanting to get their senior communities signed up for vaccination appointments, and
Hmm.
would love to help where we can. Our systems are very scalable. I'm a tech consultant. This is kind of what I do on a day-to-day
Ah,
basis,
okay.
and we're happy to help where we can.
Hmm. Ray, it's been great speaking with you. Thanks for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having me.
You take care. Bye bye. Ray Lai is an organizer with Markham Vaccinates, an initiative helping seniors 80 and older get booked for a COVID-19 vaccine.